welcome. (125) Season 24 Semifinals Fazz Cypher map number 1. Gonna be off on probably Cypher really soon here, as Fazz is gonna go ahead and get the worst spawn possible. Oh my gosh. A quick spawn on the red for Cypher, and Fazz going for the red without any weapons will mean that we are 2-0 before the 20-second mark. Welcome to everybody who is currently in chat. Welcome to anybody who's watching this on the VOD. We had some hiccups today. OBS apparently doesn't want to let me switch scenes, so hopefully I can just stay right here with you. And the inevitable Evil versus Cypher Grand Finals is already being talked about in chat. A little bit of insight, a little bit of knowledge as to how Fazz felt about this day. He put a lot of very unhappy smiley faces into the 125 streamers chat. So I don't think he's feeling too confident right now. Poor guy. Can you blame him? I mean, he is up against Cypher. Takes his pretty messy third kill, but he'll have a red to fall back on. But he's up against basically a guy training for the biggest LAN of the year right now, which is, gosh, only 3 weeks away. Nice shot. And Cypher just... I don't know how much Cypher actually was warmed up before. I know Fazz has been on for a while. Our maps today are Airwalk, ZTN, Elder, Dismemberment, and Sinister. For our first best of 5 here, oh my gosh. Just good control. Fazz is trying to chip away, but he's... Okay, he's gonna get himself on the yellow, pushing Cypher away down to 22 HP. Should be able to claim this mega, and it will be the Swede's first kill. Cypher's first death, he's already delaying spawn. Very smart thing to do. He's gonna wait for Fazz to go claim that red, and then go try to pick up a few weapons for himself. Looks like he's got himself at least a rocket launcher. Yep. And he'll be able to work his way over to rail if he chooses, but nope, he's going to choose shaft, take up position on the red here, and he's going to force Fazz to push up if he wants the frag. Oh, not punishing that red pickup is going to be huge for Fazz, in a terrible way. As he is 200-200, but Cypher's gotten at least 150 armor unpunished now. Neither player really connecting any damage until this moment. Fazz hoping that Cypher's gonna go ahead and double back down, but that is not the case. It's really funny when you watch Fazz plays against Cypher. I personally actually really started liking Fazz when I watched him beat Cypher with a bunch of mind games. But now when Cypher plays against Fazz, he knows, he's like, okay, I can't double back against this guy because he's expecting to double back. So I'll just double back, which means that you kind of just stay where you are. In a sense. And it works. Like, I guess that's what you call upping your game. Oh, Fazz down to 28 HP, 2 seconds to mega? Cypher's just gonna say, it's cool. I'm already 5 frags up, you go ahead and do your thing, I will kill you later. That's exactly what he does. Nice aggression there. He'd benefit from a red pickup, but he wants to extend his lead, which is always a good thing to do on Airwalker. Will be fast to get position onto red first, but with only a railgun out, Cypher's just gonna push up the stairs without any resistance. Pretty even stacks here for both of them. Fazz a bit in the lead now. Ooh, Fazz very much so in the lead stack-wise, as he will take his second kill. But we're only halfway through. Cypher's 8-2 against Fazz. Map number 1. So this is the second time we've seen Fazz have 200-200, and all he's been able to do each time he gets it is get a single kill. Cypher did have a pretty lucky start, I would say. That said, that only gave him 2 kills. It's been Fazz's his own doing to give up the other 6, as Cypher will hit another rail. Mega's still got 5 seconds to go. Is anyone going to go for yellow? It is going to be Fazz, and Cypher is probably going to be here to at least look for damage. He can't go for this. He can't get the Mega, for sure. Oh, Fazz, why the rail? And see, this is what I'm talking about. He may even get a kill here. Yeah, so he'll get a kill, but he's basically, it's taking Fazz 200-200 stack to get a kill every, every like 2 minutes at this point. It's not a good pace for Arrowwalk. Not a good pace for Arrowwalk at all. He will now look to speed things up, but Cypher with very, very pinpoint dropping accuracy on his jumps. I felt it coming. I just felt that one coming. But anyway, Cypher dropping to that Mega from upper rail will grant him the confidence to go and take that shot there, and it is Arrowwalk. I mean, how many people can you really put up against Cypher on Arrow and be honest with yourself and say, yeah, I think he could beat Cypher? Oof. As it will go 11-3. Now the nice thing is, it is Arrowwalk, so it's really hard for us to actually count Fazz out, but with the way that Fazz is kind of playing at this moment, he's in desperation mode. Cypher is... oh my god. Cypher's on par. He's on point, rather. He will hit his 8th. Impressive. Probably gonna look for a 9th off spawn? No. The caster curse has struck our land hero. He's all but got this in the bag. 11 frag comeback in 2 minutes. Hell, how long did Cypher run against Cooler that one time in Quake time? He ran against Cooler for like 4 minutes in a row without even dying or taking critical health. Both players on starting stack. Fazz will hit a rail to open it up. Cypher's still sitting back there as he will claim a rail of his own, but he will pay for it with his life. 15-5 the score now. 10 frags in a minute. Make that 9. Fazz does have a lot of armor, but he is dangerously railable. 25 bubble will help him out a lot, and I don't really see Cypher giving you another angle there, Fazz. I think he's going to return a rail with you, yeah. It will be an exchange of rails. It will be mega health for Cypher. Cypher to come out 16-6 now. Fazz with the desperation fist bump. Cypher is not your friend right now, bro. We'll be having none of that. But he will he will at least show us that there's a reason that he's in the semifinals, you know. He's got a best of 5 against Cypher. I know Fazz is not, he's not a player to just roll over, so he'll do his best in this best of 5 here, and then should he actually come out on top, it will be a best of 7 for the grand finals. We still have Evil and Pavel to play in our second one today. We'll go on to map number 2, Cypher and map up.
Vote now. Vote passed. Prepare to fight.
Badger, take whatever is in your mouth out of your mouth. You know it's time for map number 2.
Fight.
And I'm gonna switch. Only reason I'm gonna switch to Cypher Pop is I know a lot of people, they like to double OBS or double stream against I guess rather when Cypher is playing against Fazz. Probably want to be Cypher's Pop and Fazz's Pop. If you guys are able to multi-twitch and watch 2 streams at once, Fazz's stream is twitch.tv/Fazz. A good stream to follow nonetheless. But those of you who are here, welcome. Map number 2, ZTN. I wonder whose pick this was. Because you would have expected Cypher to pick Aerowalk, right? Not Fazz. I could be wrong there. Maybe Fazz hoping for some sort of crazy opening, as it didn't happen for him at all. That completely backfired if that was his plan. And if he's picking ZTN, aka Blood Run, this map here, in hopes that, you know, anyone can beat anyone on Blood Run, I'm sure you all have heard that, and it's partially true. If he's picking it because of that, then I still kind of question his choice. At least for a second map. Where the hell was Fazz on the screen? I guess we had to be zoomed in for that one. That was an insane shot. Like Cypher just shot the air and Fazz happened to be there. It was ridiculous. And this is going to be a full map sweep here for Cypher. And when you get a full sweep like that, without encountering your opponent until the very last item, it means that you can run it one more time. That's going to be exactly what Cypher's going to look to do. He won't take upper yellow, most likely. Now, I don't really know what's in Cypher's head, obviously. Maybe he's actually going to go and look to punish here, because Fazz is going to be expecting him to be over at Mega, which has just now spawned. Still, really interesting movement here from Cypher. He may give up a major item for it. Yep, Fazz has worked his way onto the red. Got himself 150 armor undamaged. Doesn't want to show himself at the lower yellow. But he will wait for the sound cues to make sure that he can steal a full 200 armor away from Cypher. Well played to the Swede. Very well played. Also, you guys in chat, you can actually watch both streams at the same time. It doesn't matter if there's a delay. You can still watch both streams. And also, someone saying maybe that insane rail shot at the shotgun was because of a Tank Jr. model. It's very true. Tank Jr. is a different kind of enemy model that some players do use. It is a bit wider, but just barely. It still does, again, sound like a toaster going through a washing machine, so I tend to avoid it. But we're still 0-0 here. So more and more that I see this map develop, the more I feel like it is Fazz's pick. Who has... I'm sorry, Fazz, was that me? Was that my fault, bro? He will get railed off of the red. He will take the second rail shot to the face. And that is frag number 1 for Cypher. I was gonna get away with yellow for free there. I swear I have not made a pact against Fazz fans, everyone. I am one myself. Cypher's just... He's here to win freaking finals, man. Like, should not be news to anyone, as he will give up a very easy frag. I think, you know what? And I'm gonna toot my own horn here, but I think I have the caster curse down, everyone. Like, I am awesome at cursing players. Like, seriously, I am awesome at cursing players. It will be fast to go up 170, 100. And even if you guys really like Cypher, I know some players will be cheering against against Cypher and Evil because they want at least one of them to not be in the finals.
5-minute warning.
Man, I still like watching those two play. It's still, there's a reason why the two best players continuously play each other, but we have a top 4 here, at least for you. This Fazz will hit those rails that Cypher was hitting before. Work his way over to upper yellow. I think he's going to be late. Where is Cypher? Oh, he's coming up behind him! Cypher says, bunk that, man, I'm out. You take it. Red is the next item to be up, followed by low yellow. Very, very quick timing between the two. Ooh. And despite being tied and at a stacked disadvantage, it will be Cypher to actually rocket jump up before coming back down for this yellow. Fazz has worked his way up very sneakily through the hallways. How did that rocket not hit from our Swede? Oh my gosh. A direct rocket won't matter too much because the red was just taken after Fazz was smacked in the face with it. His pride's gone down a few points though, for sure. This is a weird spot for Cypher to wait. Oh, just barely. You see that model there of Fazz. As it took so long for that mega health to actually get taken, the red will now be available. Cypher gonna hear that grenade, gonna make sure that he's not gonna immediately rocket jump like a total newbie. But it will be Fazz to take a huge risk and actually get himself onto the red. He can probably defend this yellow very easily as well with a rail. No. He's opted for an extremely sneaky play to make a trap, but Cypher's rockets popping Fazz into the hallway. And then a third to follow it up for the kill. Mega is available. Those rockets are so easy to dodge for a player of Cypher's caliber. And prediction rocket around the corner at the shards. It is going to make us 3-1 with 3 minutes to go for the Belarusian. How you doing, Dipian? Welcome to the stream. Cypher, what are you shooting?
Impressive.
And thanks for the follow there, Dip Diane. Thank you for letting me mispronounce your name. Three frags to tie it at this point. 2 minutes to go. Not looking great for Fazz here, as he's probably going to go down again unless he hits 2 rails in a row. Cypher will have to then back off. He does hit the 2 rails in a row, but just as Cypher is able to collect that mega health. As down to critical health again. Cypher will miss the red, but he will rocket jump himself back up. Wasted a little bit of stack, but man, when you're 5 frags up on ZTN with a minute to go, does it really matter? I mean, Cypher could literally... He could be a total jerk right now and give up the map for the next minute, and he could still win. He's just... I'm glad to see that he's on point today. It's a strong argument. Oh my gosh, Cypher. It's a strong argument for him to take on the almost inevitable grand finals between he and Evil. It's become a bit of a staple, a bit of a classic. Evil will have to defeat Palo first in our second best of 5, but I'm getting ahead of ourselves here. Fazz is going to push an aggressive one last time. This game is all but over. We will go into a map number 3 in about 20 seconds here, though. It's looking like 7-2 will be our final score here. Cypher with about 800 more damage there. About 8 less ping too. I don't really know how much that truly comes into play. I wouldn't be surprised if both these players are actually using time nudges to some extent just to train for QuakeCon a little bit more. 2-0 for Cypher. I'm wanting Fazz to win this map coming up here. Now this is Elder. Those of you unfamiliar with Fazz's play on Elder, it is considered currently right now to be one of the best.
Prepare to fight.
And we will prepare to fight, Badrigar. Yes, I know. Relax, dude.
3, 2, 1.
And
Fight.
despite Fazz getting this spot, I'm always kind of a bit lost on Elder as to what players like to go for red first, what players like to go for key before red. I think going for red first is always going to be the smarter decision because you've got Shaft already, and your opponent can't actually beat you to the key if you go red first. You'll encounter it at the same time, and they will have a rocket. Oh, good punish here off the red from Cypher. Fazz. I'm a bit lost in my words here, ladies and gentlemen, as Fazz will rocket jump up, granting Cypher a very, very easy vertical LG. I mean, it's like if your opponent is Russian, if your opponent is Belarusian, you don't go vertical against them in a situation like that. Like, you just don't. They're gonna hit that shot every single time. That's exactly what Cypher's done here. Now, he hasn't been able to convert off the spawn, and he is not in a huge advantage here. Fazz getting himself positioned to potentially steal away this red, as Cypher will be forced to take Mega, and that's exactly what happens. Now, interestingly enough, the player down in frags right now, and one you may consider to be out of control, yellow actually may put him in control, has the key. Now, Fazz still does have that key. That is something to keep in mind here. It's not quite the GG key that we all originally thought it was when this map was released. For those unfamiliar with this map at all, right where Cypher is now is where the key spawns. It will continue to be in the player who has picked it up in their possession until they die, and it will immediately spawn back there. What it allows you to do is actually pass through a door that is up above here to Cypher's right. Sure, it'll come into play and you'll understand it a bit better, as Railgun will also now be available. Another interesting fact about this map, Rail isn't available till the 2-minute mark. Good bait out there by Fazz. As you will see, Fazz can pass back and forth between that door above there very easily. Cypher gonna try to bait out a rocket jump, and then come straight into his opponent's face. It's not going to work out for him. Center map is open. He can go down through here, get the yellow, and he could actually get himself onto Mega, but he hasn't picked up the last couple. And it's a good thing he decided not to, because he's going to be able to steal the red away. Fazz going for that Mega health pickup. It will mean Cypher can essentially win the armor war and win himself a railgun. This map is very shaft heavy, very lightning gun heavy, but that rail is still a key factor in such an open area that we now find ourselves looking at. More unpunished damage, still only one frag separating the two. Cypher will now have Mega Time. And he will see that Fazz has worked his way over to this yellow. Gonna probably go for a rail shot. Yeah, very, very intelligent play of Cypher. Even though he doesn't take the rail, he missed his as well, which means you shouldn't stick around. You never want to take a rail duel when you're trying to get yourself back into the game. Too riskily. Riskily, the family board game that never quite got off the ground. And with that mega health timing, Cypher will be able to get himself positioned and work his way over to it. And replenish his rockets here and smack Fazz with a nice rocket. Push in for a bit more damage. Make that a lot more damage, as he will indeed mop up the second kill. Take the key for himself, and now Fazz, who has now dropped the last mega, the last red, and has given away the key, he is in a bad situation. Good plasma damage initially, but it's not going to be enough against a 200-150 Cypher. Fazz getting caught out again in the back, and he's actually stuck here. That teleporter that he's trying to go through right now, that exits towards that little mark that Cypher was spamming before, and we'll go 5-0 at the 5-minute mark here. I do strongly believe, though, that if anyone can actually make the comeback happen on Elder against Cypher here, it is Fazz. Despite what we're seeing here, I still consider him to be the best Elder player currently. Fazz did say he was not feeling his best today. A lot of players say that when they open up their games in 125. Yeah, I'm not very practiced. Whether or not it's mind games or not, who knows. Fazz will kind of hide onto the red and take it away pretty cleanly, forcing Cypher to go for the only 50 remaining armor on the map, other than those shards there below them. Fazz looking to get himself positioned onto Mega, but he will take an unreturned rail shot. Ooh, great damage, and he can't quite get it before Cypher is able to health himself, if only 1 point above railable health. Rails do 80 damage, so 81, just enough to take another fight. If you're insane. And I'm pretty sure Cypher's borderline insane. Nice use of stairs there to potentially bait out another shot onto his opponent. It's gonna be a quick 1-2. 1-2 rail combo. Cypher almost going into the lava there. And I really do feel like at this point, that's kind of the in that Fazz needs. Fazz needs Cypher to just commit suicide at this point. And just not spawn near anything important. Oh, even going up the pad after hearing the Mega, he may have already been in mid-jump going there. Fazz has returned a nice bit of damage, and without the proper armor, Cypher will be railable, but it's gonna be Fazz to miss his jump. Cypher to take us up to a 6-0, now down on 5 hit points. Fazz, you've gotta punish this, man. He's gotta find Cypher first. Cypher again, hitting that button. Not taking the route himself, though. Pretty interesting. I usually, you'll see players hit the button and go up the jump pad, and then push down the stairs, or you'll just see them straight take the stairs as it was designed, quote-unquote, to be used. Never really seen someone just hit the button and then wait for a shot on their opponent, as Fazz is in pure desperation mode on map number 3 of this first best of 5 today. And it will indeed... Oh! Hold that thought. I'd like to see him push aggressive there. I know I hate to nitpick at players who are way better than me and what they should be doing and shouldn't be doing. He doesn't have the full knowledge of Cypher's stack, though, like we do. So, perhaps that's why he didn't push around the corner there. A minute 40 to go. 7 frags the difference. Very similar story to ZTN here, but the problem is, or rather the difference is, that we don't have another map to go to after this. This is Cypher on match point, in the lead.
One-minute warning.
Sick plasma. Oh my god. What that was, I think that was the first time he fired it. 17%, so not some crazy 30% damage, but he had to take down a lot of stack on Fazz to get that kill. That was insane plasma damage. Best gun in the freaking game. And Cypher will just continuously spam here as Fazz knows his tournament life is over. Calling GG well played. Cypher will make this a quick and very convincing 3-0. So, we have